Who
I
was
think.
the booker when you started?
Oh God, man, I don't even know. Jim Barnett, maybe. Uh, there were so many committees. Flair wasn't Flair. Then it was Dusty. Then it wasn't Dusty. I lasted through them all. Bill Watts. I made it through all of them bookers. So I must have been doing something right. So
What about Jim Hurd? Were you there for Jim Hurd?
yeah, I was there for Jim Hurd too. Yep, yep.
Any Jim Hurd
Uh,
stories?
no, I don't have any. I don't have. I mean, none that you would even care about hearing. So
Right.
I got plenty of Sheiky stories, but
Go.
everybody's got Sheiky stories, right?
Of course. Yes.
Yeah, he's unbelievable talent. But uh, I got hooked up with him on a loop. I call a loop because we flew in there, had to rent a car and drove 300 miles each town, and then we end up back there and fly somewhere else. So yeah, I got hooked with him of doing hotel and a car. So I was asleep, man. I don't know. It was 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I hear this going, what the hell? And he's over there doing squats, eating sardines and drinking vodka. I was like, oh my god. But anyway, I knew all about the squats, so that didn't bother me. So, but Shiki was a great guy. Once he got to know you and respected you, then you were good as gold. So um, yeah, yeah. Let's see, NWA. I went to Japan 3 or 4 times. Stan Hansen got us over there.
Nice.
Stan don't get anybody over there unless you Kyoto Mail.
Sure.
So, and then first thing he told me, they're going to try you out right away. The young boys, they're going to send the young boys to try you out. And surely they did. Come up swinging, man. But yeah, uh, loved it over in Japan. Very respectful. And they care about their guys and what you're doing. And then I got hurt over there a couple times. But I wrestled every night anyway. So I kind of earned respect. And then next thing I know, Dale was doing first matches, and I was doing the fourth or fifth. I can't remember, but yeah, yeah.
How'd you start teaming as a state patrol?
Okay, okay. Bret Hart, don't repeat me on this shit now. Oh, whatever. I'll tell you about Bret later. But
Okay.
anyway, uh, I was wrestling with my partner, whatever, and then he come up to me and said, Stu Hart wants us to come up and be a Southern Redneck team. I was like, okay. My mom was in the state patrol and stuff, so she told us where to go get the badges and shirts. Everything was real. I don't think you could do that now, but everything was real. We got stopped plenty of times in the airports and shit, checking our bag, nightstick and handcuffs and all that shit. So
All right.
anyway, so we heard about all the abuse that was going on in Calgary. So we ended up getting our car and driving to Calgary. Well, when we got to the damn border, they didn't have a work visa or anything at the border. I was going, damn, Dale, this ain't looking good. So we got there and we went by where they had us staying. It was a dump. And then we went over to Stampede, where they're having the wrestling. We ended up wrestling 2 matches, won the belts on the second match. We gave it back to Stu, said we'll meet you in Edmonton, and then we drove home. We stopped after we got in Montana and called Stu because we'd be broke in a couple of weeks, man. What he was offering us, we got. Long story short, we was offered one thing, and then once we got there, we was offered something else, and damn, we're gonna be broke.
All right.
Might as well come back. And funny story going on to that, Davy Boy, we was doing a Legends deal in Atlanta. I can't remember where we were at. Don't ask me, but anyway, Legends saying Stu was there. I just got back from the gym. I put the ring together. I did all that shit and wrestled and all that stuff. But we was in the catering, and Stu was looking at me. He kept looking at. He goes, "Don't you remember him? He come up as the White Knights in Calgary. He didn't stay too long. I'm like, thanks, Davy Boy. He just buried. That was great. That was like Davy Boy, that was just like him. So, but like I said, I trained all different kinds of people. Mike Sanders, uh, 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 Kiwi, Alan Andergy Funk,
Oh,
Felix Skipper, uh, uh, Chuck Colombo, Mark
Sean
Jindrak,
O'Hara.
Sean O'Hara. Oh God, we could sit here and I could pull it up and we could go down line by line. But the
Mhm.
Giant, Paul White, I trained him at the same time. I had another guy that was 7'2", and Bill and everybody else in the other rings. We had 4 rings set up.
Oh.
Yeah.
As far as WCW, did they ever, besides the State Patrol, you were with Kevin Sullivan's Dungeon of Doom, correct?
Yes, I was a
Oh,
leprechaun.
that wasn't long though, right?
No, no, believe it or not, I can't believe they even bothered to send a letter. But the people that I
The
already come
movie,
out with my gimmick and just beat the shit out of people, Kevin's like, keep doing it, and the movie people sent in a letter, cease and desist, or we're
mm,
taking you to court. And next thing I know, I'm back and I'm doing Jack Boot, military guy. Then Waco happened. I just had a series of bad things happening after another that
right.
just killed me off. And I trained Dallas too, Kevin Nash and different ones. I mean, I'm probably leaving 100,000 people are going to be screaming at the screen, going, "Why you didn't remember me?" You know, but
Right.
uh, but yeah. Go ahead. What you
Who's
got?
who did you report to in WCW? Like, who was your basic boss when you were there?
Uh, well, when I was doing the rings, it was Jody. When I
Hmm.
did the rings, sometimes it was Terry Taylor, sometimes it was I mean, not Kevin Nash, Kevin Sullivan.
Right.
It rolled with people, I just did the best job I can, what I had to do with it at that time. So, yeah. I
Like
was
you
the
know,
one that got Junkyard Dog back in the gym.
okay.
After gaining all that weight, I got him back in the gym working out, and he got hired on back for WCW. Uh, then, he was let go, and then he had that car accident. So, you know,
Any good JYD stories?
none I could read on this air. I can't repeat them on here, man. No, there. I mean, he was. You didn't want him against you. That's for sure. Uh, you didn't want him against you. You wanted him to be your friend. So I great memories of Junkyard Dog.